Hello, 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 and good morning. Hope you are well. Today I'm going to be talking about the fourth book that changed my life, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Very controversial book, but I will definitely talk about it today. I am at the beach. We are at Myrtle Beach family vacation, enjoying ourselves immensely. So I'm going live a little bit earlier today because we're about to head out to the beautiful, beautiful ocean. So let me give you a little shot of that before I get into this. So this is actually the view from our hotel room. It is lovely to be ocean front pretty much, and waking up to the sound of the waves every morning because we're not too high up not to hear the ocean. But it's been nice waking up to this. This morning I took in a sunrise, which was really, really lovely. So that was good. Let's see here. All right. Act like a lady. Think like a man. Oh, I forgot to say who I am. It's your girl Esha here, Carnivalista in Chief with the Carnivalista lifestyle. And I've been going through, books that have changed my life over the last few weeks. And in thinking about this one, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, I specifically wanted to pull out a book that changed my views on relationships and being in a relationship, staying in a relationship, getting a romantic relationship. And this book was the one that I could think of that, of course, was very controversial among black women and any woman who read the book, period. Okay. Ask Daddy. Okay, he will come back. Okay? Give him 5 minutes. Okay? He's somewhere there. I apologize. That's my 7-year-old son. Well, he's almost 7. Asking about his pants. All you mamas know, right? All you mamas know. So anyway, this book, when it came out a long time ago. I think it was 2003 or 2004, I believe. I read it in early 2005, I believe, a long, long time ago. And it was my book club selection. This Steve Harvey book. In case you didn't know, it was written by Steve Harvey. And it was our book club selection. And I believe I was the only one who was in a relationship at the time. All of my other friends who were in the book club were single at the time. And the book was causing so much buzz. I mean, Steve Harvey got a lot of buzz off of this book. Definitely boosted the popularity of his morning show at the time. He got invited on Oprah. I mean, it just had a lot of buzz, a lot of media buzz about that book at the time. And we decided to read it. It caused a lot of interesting discussion, of course, as it was written to generate discussion, I think. It definitely changed my view on romantic relationships in general. And as usual, what I will go through is why you should read this book, number one. And then number two, the impact that it had on my life and what shifted for me in my thinking. All right, so why you should read this book. You should read this book if, like me at the time, you were in a long-term relationship that you weren't sure was going anywhere because you never really set the boundaries for how long you would be dating. If marriage is on your mind, I mean, you may not want to be married, and that's perfectly fine. You may want to be in a long-term relationship with a partner, and that's perfectly fine. But back then for me in 2005, I was already dating someone for 3 years. And, we were good and didn't know where things were going, at least from my point of view. I thought it was 3 years we were dating. I was kind of, expecting we would take the next step. We would get engaged and get married. We knew everything we needed to know about each other. We knew each other's families, and we were just really, really good as a couple. So that's really what my expectation was for the next step. at that point. So you should read this book if you're in a long-term relationship and you don't know where it's going, or your partner hasn't made it clear that where it is going, whether it's leading to marriage or it's a long-term, I don't want to say shacking up relationship, but you know what I mean, right? Ladies, you know what I mean. You should definitely read the book if that's you. Long-term relationship, not sure where things are going, not sure if you should leave the relationship, not sure if you should stay. If you do stay, what are the guidelines? Because there's not a lot of rules out there for us to follow as women, in my opinion, at least anyway. If from two things. As black women, we do not have many examples of healthy and good relationships, married or not. And that was definitely the space that I was in back in 2005. Didn't really have guidelines, models, guidance around, what is a healthy relationship? What should it look like? Where do I go if I've been dating this guy for 3 years and I want to take the next step, or I want to make it clear that I want to take the next step? Didn't kind of have the language around all of that, the guidance around all of that, the role models around all of that, right? And then the other piece is we're unfortunately pigeonholed to believe that marriage is the ultimate goal. And there's nothing wrong if it is the ultimate goal for you, number one. But number two, if it's not the ultimate goal for you, what is the goal, right? If the goal is to be in a loving, committed relationship, that is fantastic, right? However, if there's something that is missing in your relationship, this is a good book for you to read, right? So who should read this book? Of course, single women should read this book as well. I think especially with navigating dating, how to figure out who is worthy of your time and your energy, of which, I'm a firm believer that people show you who they are the first time around. And when they show you who they are by their actions, not their words, then that's the time for you to make a decision about whether you are going to stay with this person, see where it goes, or otherwise, right? Single ladies as well, I think, should read this book because I am a firm believer in dating. Date. Get out there, date. Have fun while you are dating, because I think that was the switch that really went off for me in 2005. So back in 2005, I broke up with the guy I was dating long term. He wasn't ready for marriage. I thought that I was ready for marriage at the time. And, it didn't work out. I really just broke it off with him. And after breaking it off with him and having read this book, I started dating. And just for fun. It wasn't anything that was, saying, oh, I'm going to meet my husband tomorrow when we go out on our first date. No. It was more in terms of having fun, making connections, and having really great conversations with people of the opposite gender, and I know this is going to be very heterosexual skewed conversation, but that's my experience and that's what I know. So that's really all that I can talk about. So yeah, I had a fun time in 2005 and early 2006 just dating, and I'd never really done that before. Never in life. I was a serial monogamist, so just relationship after relationship after relationship, and I never really had a chance where I got to just date, and just have fun. So 2005, early 2006 is when I did that, applying everything that I learned from this book. Okay, so that's who I think should read it. I think single women, it would definitely be a good read. I think it'll generate a lot of good conversations if you're reading it with your friends who are also single, or even those who are in relationships. And then if you're in a long-term relationship and it's not exactly where you want it to be, I think it's a good book to read. All right. The second thing is changes in my thinking and the impact that it had on my life. So I think I already went through the impact a little bit. It didn't cause the breakup of my boyfriend and I want to be clear, in early 2005. I was already on a path where, I was ready to take the next step. And, you know, we had a few conversations, and clearly he was not. And at that point, I just thought, you know, I'm not really sure what else you need to see from me. This is it. This is who I am. This is where I am, and this is what I want. And, you know, it just didn't work out. And it was a very amicable breakup. You know, I didn't slash his tires or break his windshield or anything like that. It was very, very friendly. We didn't remain friends because I personally don't believe in remaining friends once a relationship is broken up. So that was never an option for me. But yeah, it was an amicable breakup. But anyway, the impact after that was dating to have fun, to have a good time. I think previously, you know, I wouldn't do that because I felt that it would be a waste of time. You know, why am I wasting my time going out with this guy? Because he's definitely not 100% of what I was looking for. And I really just started doing it for fun, you know, getting out there and meeting people. And I actually made some really great friends during that period of time, male friends during that time, you know, because we dated, didn't work out for whatever reason, you know, maybe I wasn't what he was looking for, he wasn't what I was looking for, he wasn't what I was looking for, and we remained friends, you know, like true platonic friendships, not friends with benefits, friends on the side, anything like that, which Steve Harvey talks a lot about in Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. But yeah, I ended up making quite a few really good friendships during that period of my life. And after that 2005, 2006, early 2006, in early 2006, I met my now husband. So I was already in that frame of mind of being flexible and being open and having fun. And that's when I met my husband at Trinidad Carnival. So that's really what I think the book helped me do from a thinking perspective. It just broadened my horizon and opened my mind in terms of dating, in terms of Steve Harvey has a section in the book, or a few chapters in the books, where he talks about types of men. And it could ring true for you. It might not ring true for you, but there were parts of it that rang true for me at the time and made sense, you know. But yeah, I think it just opened up my thinking around relationships and the types of men that I was dating, where I was meeting these men. Yeah, I think it just broadened that. So in any case, I highly, highly, highly recommend Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I think it will encourage a lot of good discussion. I think if you are open to the concepts without reading all of the drama that surrounds this book, because of course at that time when Steve Harvey wrote the book, he was divorced 3 times, right? So there were a lot of people who were saying, oh, what can I learn from him? He's been divorced 3 times. But put all of that aside and just look at the information that is in that book. And it comes from a place of somebody who observes people. And Steve Harvey is, as you all know, a great comedian. And the best comedians are great observers of people, observers of behavior. And it just happens that he took all of that and wrote it in one of his books. Because, of course, he has several at this point. But, yeah. I highly recommend that book, at least anyway. I wish I had a copy to show you. It's back home in North Carolina, so I don't have it to show you. I'm sure it's highlighted and has all kinds of sticky notes stuck in it and whatever. But anyway, that's it for me today. I am thinking of doing one more book because I've taken a book from friendship, relationships, which was Ian Van Zant's In the Meantime. And that was even more about internal personal growth than really relationships. But I took one book from internal personal growth, one book that's very practical, Passion Planner. Last week's book was Profit First, so that was very business oriented. And of course, now we have romantic relationships, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. So I may come back next week with one more book. It'll be week 5 of 4. Because I feel like there's one more area that I can pull a book that had a really significant impact in my life and shared with you all. This will be all of the travel for me for at least a little while. Actually, no, it's not true. Mid-September, I will be in Tobago again. But next week, I will be back home in North Carolina. So anyway, hope you enjoyed learning about this book. hope you pick it up. I'm definitely going to post the full blog and the link there later today. And I do hope that you take a minute, check that book out, and tell me what you think. Come back to this video and comment and let me know what you think, because I really think it was a good read, and I do think it generated a lot of open-mindedness and a lot of good discussion as well. So anyway, I will leave you with the last view of the ocean. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Hope you have a lovely day.